Hello, everybody. It's time for the week 13 announcements. The second to last week, we are close to the finish line. We are wrapping up some of the last events that we're going to have for the semester. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have for this week and next week. All right. So quiz 6 is happening this week. I've noticed that many of you have already started it. A lot of you have already finished it. And I do want to emphasize that if you have not started it and you have not looked at the quiz hints yet, please make sure that you look at the quiz hints at least for a little while before trying to attempt the quiz. And as always, I will be looking at the results tonight and tomorrow, putting together a list of responses to the most commonly missed questions, and then you'll have an opportunity to improve your score on Thursday's second attempt. Quiz 6 is the last quiz for this class, so I will be able to calculate your quiz average and get that released. Remember, that will be out of 62 quiz points out of the possible 72 points you could earn. There are 12 questions per quiz, and there have been 6 quizzes. 6 times 12 is 72 possible quiz points. Getting 62 quiz points earns you a 100% quiz average. So I'll be putting that together and releasing that on Canvas this week as well. The big one is our final in-class exam. Well, in class as we are an online class, but during the semester exam, exam number 3 is next week. That's week 14. It is the last full week on the calendar for the fall 2020 semester. And I figure it's been sort of a long slog to get to where we are through this semester with no breaks. So that dangling Monday and Tuesday on the week of Thanksgiving, we're not going to do anything for this class. So next week is the last week of class. We'll have our final in-class exam or in-semester exam, and the final homework is due. The exam 3 must knows are on Canvas. Please make sure you go through those, and I highly recommend that you work through the last homework assignment, homework number 9, which I've built as a sort of interactive must knows. And since I wanted to be a little bit more interactive, and it has been such a long semester, I gave you 5 attempts on that homework assignment. And I have set the times for the final. What I decided to do is start it on the very first day of finals and run it all the way to the first Friday of finals. So from Wednesday, the 2nd of December at 9 a.m., that's whenever the window will open. And you're free to take the final exam anytime between then and 11:59 p.m. on Friday, the 4th of December. So that gives you all of Wednesday, all of Thursday, and all of Friday to take the final exam. It'll be a 2-hour exam. Once you start, you'll have 2 hours to complete it. It is comprehensive, so it is a bit of a large exam. I try to make the difficulty the breadth instead of the depth on this exam. And since it's such a broad overview, and it's just therefore a naturally more difficult exam, I am de-emphasizing how much it's worth, and it's only 5% of the total course grade, where every one of the other exams is 10%. So it's a lower stakes exam, but that does not mean that you shouldn't study for it. You still have to study for it if you want to go ahead and earn that 5% for your grade. And by the time we get to the final, so next week, I will be releasing what your course average is going into the final exam. That way, you'll know what your standing is out of the 95% of the course grade that I will have in hand. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to release your course grade if you decide to skip the final because it's just been a long semester and you're pretty happy with your standing in the class. And if you have, say, a 98, you will only miss 5% by skipping the final. You'll have a 93 in my class, but that's not what's reported to the university. The university requires you only report letter grades. So the universe will only see that you got an A for my class. So I will release that, and that'll help you decide how you want to approach the final. Uh, Also, please remember that there are the extra credit opportunities available to you, where you can earn up to plus 5% added to your final average. It's not a mistake that the final is worth 5% and the extra credit is worth 5%. You could use it as an alternative, but then you have to do all of the extra credit and you have to do it fully, which would probably be about the same amount of time and effort as the actual final exam. And also, don't forget that I have office hours twice per week. Stop in and say hello if you have any trouble, if you have any questions as we near the end of the semester. So what kind of assignments? And I'm just going to put all of these up here right now. So the week 13 assignments, there's no homework due this week. We only will have the week 13 engagement exercise and quiz 6 to get done. So the week 13 engagement exercise, the second to last engagement exercise, there will be a week 14 engagement exercise. But this is going to be due this Sunday, the 15th by 11:59 as always. And I expect to have the question set released to you by Thursday evening, and you'll, as normal, get an infinite number of tries. On the horizon, we have the very last homework assignment for the class. It's homework number 9. It's over Unit 2, Part 3, the interstellar medium, and Unit 3, Parts 1 and 2. I sort of put everything involved with the life and death of stars all into a single homework assignment. So things are born out of the ISM, they form out of the ISM, and when they die, they eject material back into the ISM. So it's a nice sort of encapsulation of a cosmic recycling that we have going on. This homework assignment is due in week 14. And since homework is due on Wednesday, that makes it due Wednesday, the 18th of November at 11:59 p.m. Notice that this is due the same week that exam 3 is, and exam 3 covers the same material. So you may, and by may, I mean I strongly suggest that you at least use some of your attempts on the homework prior to taking exam 3. As I have said, I made this homework assignment as sort of an interactive must knows, so this should go hand in hand with studying for the exam. It is a bit bigger than normal. That's a lot of material that's covering on top of it, but it's really worth having a week off of homework this week. I've been giving you 5 tries instead of the normal 3 attempts, and this is the last homework assignment. Remember, homework is 35% of your grade, so don't slouch on this one just because it's the last one. Think you can skip it. Every homework assignment counts, and it's the largest single element grading element of the class is homework. So make sure that you use all 5 attempts to go out with a stellar homework 9 score. All right, that's it for the week 13 announcements and assignments. I will see you in this week's videos.